Hello? I feel like the word hors d'oeuvre is so much more fancy than appetizer. And I just feel like being a fancy queen today. So today I am tasting Denny's full hors d'oeuvres menu. Every hors d'oeuvre, okay, I'm going back to appetizer. I'm trying every single appetizer they have available right now. And I'm trying their desserts as well. Because honestly, I was just craving something sweet and I was like, let me just throw those in too. I'm gonna taste test every single item, give you my honest opinion, and rate each one from 1 to 10. If you haven't heard of Denny's, it's basically the most mainstream diner in America. They're open 24/7. They have a full breakfast menu and a full lunch and dinner menu. It's mainly dinery food, which is delicious greasiness. So I am so pumped. I got so many items. Let's talk about them. I got the onion rings, house salad, chips and queso, signature panuki, that is some sort of dessert. I don't know, panuki, that sounds like a Star Wars character. Zesty nachos, mozzarella sticks, caramel apple pie crisp, premium chicken tenders, New York style cheesecake, boneless buffalo wings, wavy cut fries, and seasoned fries. All that is going into this belly. By the way, guys, subscribe to my channel, Timmy's Takeout, for brand new fast food news and reviews and full menu taste tests like this one. Now, guys, the other day I made the most delicious pork bowl. Here's that footage right now. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh. I am about to make this sweet chili pork bowl. I'm so hungry. So if you haven't heard of HelloFresh, basically it is a meal kit delivery service. You choose meals online or on the app, and then HelloFresh ships all the ingredients and the recipes straight to your door. I have been eating HelloFresh consistently for almost a year now, or a year and a half, I'm not sure. And I'm still in love with it. Every meal is delicious. There's always tons of options. It never gets boring. It's incredible. Guys, it's almost Valentine's Day. Romantic, right? Why not skip the restaurants and the crowds and the overpriced food and just cook a meal with your bae at home? It's just so much more romantic and private and interactive with each other. That would be a very fun Valentine's Day. Also, HelloFresh has starters and desserts that you can add onto your box to have a full 3-course meal. So go all out. Their vanilla cheesecake is especially decadent and delicious. HelloFresh has really helped me stick to my goals, especially at the start of this year. I always get questions like, Timmy, how do you balance eating healthy with all your big fast food taste tests? And literally, it's HelloFresh. HelloFresh has low-calorie options, low-carb options, which I need because I eat a lot of food when I'm working. The portions are also perfect. I feel perfectly full after every single meal, but not too full. HelloFresh has over 50 weekly menu and market items to choose from, so you'll never get bored. You will always find options. All the ingredients are pre-portioned as well, so there is no food wasted. Every meal has so much flavor, and it makes you feel so accomplished because you're like, I cooked this and it tastes this good. I did that with the help of HelloFresh. They also have family-friendly recipes, pescatarian recipes, vegetarian recipes. The produce is sourced directly from farmers, so it's super fresh. It actually goes from the farm to your door in under a week. And HelloFresh has more 5-star reviews than any other meal kit. HelloFresh can also help you eat more sustainably. The packaging that they use to ship your food is made out of already recycled content, so that's amazing. And HelloFresh cuts down on your food waste by at least 25% compared to grocery shopping. So go and check out HelloFresh. The link is at the top of the description. Of course, I have a code for you. Go to HelloFresh.com and use my code Timmy16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. Okay, let's cook. We have some ground pork, a red bell pepper, an onion, a lime, roasted peanuts, sweet soy glaze, jasmine rice, and sweet Thai chili sauce. Okay, so first things first, I have to wash and dry all the produce and then chop everything up. Okay, let's get the rice cooking. I'm just gonna add the rice into a pot, some salt, and some water. Turn the heat on. Now it's time to quickly candy the peanuts. I'm just gonna add my peanuts to the pan, and I'm gonna add a little bit of water and a little bit of sugar, and that's all gonna kind of melt together and make the peanuts candied. Okay, these are done. They're all kind of sticking together. See that? I'm just transferring them to a plate. And now it's time to cook our vegetables. I'm gonna add some olive oil, and I'm just gonna add my onions and peppers. I'm gonna add a lot of salt and pepper. Okay, so these are done. I'm gonna transfer them to a plate, and I'm gonna add the ground pork. Now I'm gonna add my peppers back into the pan, peppers and onions. Now I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of butter, my sweet chili sauce, and the sweet soy glaze. Ooh, yes. And I'm just gonna get this all mixed together. Oh, it smells so good. Oh my gosh. And this is done. Last but not least, I'm just gonna add a tablespoon of butter to my rice and my lemon zest as well. And we're just gonna get that all mixed together. Okay, so I have my rice and pork right here. I'm gonna add some of my candied peanuts. Ooh, they're very sticky. And that is the pork bowl. Oh my gosh, guys, it smells incredible. It looks incredible. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. It has so much flavor. That soy glaze really comes through. The candied peanuts are incredible. The pork tastes perfect. That lime rice is incredible. Once again, HelloFresh did that. Guys, I will eat my dinner, but go to HelloFresh.com and use my code Timmy16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. Check it out, guys, right now. Okay, time for Denny's. Let's unbox all the appetizers and desserts. So yes, the dessert menu has been like scaled down a lot. There's only 3 desserts, and there used to be, I think, like 5 or 6, so that's kind of sad. And they did not have the cheesy bacon tots available today, so I couldn't get those, which is very sad, but it's fine. We have everything else. Let's open these. Okay, so we have the New York style cheesecake. So it was sideways in the bag, not a big deal. At least it didn't really leak out, so that's good. This is the New York cheesecake. I have not had this in a long time. But you guys know cheesecake is one of my absolute favorite foods, so I'm so pumped. And then we have the mozzarella sticks. By the way, guys, I did try Denny's appetizers, I think 4 or 5 years ago. It's been a long time. And I was like, it has been so long. I'm a new person. I have a very different palate. And I feel like I'm a much better food critic now. So I'm like, let me try these again. Here's some mozzarella sticks. They look and smell fantastic. And there's like 8 of them. So that's a pretty good portion. So I think this is the panuki. It is a cookie thing. I don't understand. What is this? There's something underneath. Wait. Oh. It's just an empty container. It's just a thick cookie, I guess. Looks good to me. That is definitely new. I have never had that in my life. And then we have some ice cream to go with it. It isn't fully melted yet, so let me pop this in the freezer. And then we have the onion rings. Now, this is a very small portion, guys. I'm gonna talk about the prices soon, but they are definitely not cheap. And this portion is very small. That is the amount of a side, not an appetizer at all. But they look fantastic. So that's great. We have the premium chicken tendies. There are 5 of them. They look kind of like Tyson, to be honest, but I'm not gonna judge them by how they look. I'm gonna judge them by their flavor. We have more ice cream, and I think it goes with the apple crisp. I had this years and years ago, but it's been forever, and I can't wait to try it again. It looks delicious. I love any kind of like apple pie, anything. Decadent, glorious. Let me pop this in the freezer. And then we have some caramel sauce for the panuki and some marinara sauce for the mozzarella sticks. Now here's some ranch. Denny's ranch is honestly unmatched. It's iconic. Every time I go there, I'm like, give me extra ranch and some more ranch dripped on top of that ranch, and then some drizzle of more ranch as well. Here's the chips and queso. Ooh. I feel like they could have given a bit more chips for this amount of queso. But it's okay. Oh, that smells amazing. Oh my God, yes. Soft. And then we have the house salad. Now this technically isn't on the appetizer menu, but I always count little salads as appetizers. That's just me though. And I love Denny salad so much. So I was like, I have to get it. I have to. Looks classic, perfect. And then we have chips. And I think these are for the nachos because I see a bowl of like nacho toppings. Oh my God. And that's actually so nice that they gave them to me separately so that the chips wouldn't get too soggy. That's great. Because I don't mind soggy nachos, but I know that you guys mind seeing me eat soggy nachos. So you won't have to today. Oh my God, so that's like cheese, some sort of like a meat chili sauce, pico de gallo. Oh, looks incredible. And then last but not least, we have the buffalo boneless chicken wings, the seasoned fries, and the wavy cut fries. I got them as a sampler to make it all a bit cheaper. So that looks fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna get my thumbnail and then I'm gonna devour everything. I'm so hungry. Okay, got it. I think I'm gonna first taste test both of the fries because I think that when fries get cold, it really affects their flavor and they're still warm right now. So let's try them. So first things first, let's try the wavy cut fries. Now these are Denny's like main fries. And of course they come with burgers, things like that, but they also come as an appetizer. So these are Uber Eats prices. So the price of this build your own sampler with all 3 appetizers was $11.19. Let's try the wavy cut fry by itself, okay? And then with ranch. So they don't just taste flavorless, they taste undercooked. Hold on. Okay, that one's cooked fully. Wow, that's no flavor whatsoever. Denny's, this is your main fry? What are you doing? Let's try it with ranch. Now Denny's ranch can elevate anything. Okay, so the ranch is incredible, but there's still an aftertaste, like once the ranch fades away, of just plain fry. Honestly, it tastes like they cut a potato and fried it with no salt, old oil. They're not crispy. They're floppy as hell. They don't even look appetizing. Like they just look like a plain damn potato, right? Ooh, I don't know, guys. That's really, really trashy. I am gonna have to give the wavy cut fries from Denny's a 2 out of 10. Wow. Way to start the taste test, Denny's. Love that. Now let's try the seasoned fries. Now, of course, I think this is everyone's go-to fry. Let's try it. Thank God for those. A billion times better. Mmm. Oh my God, let's try it with the ranch. This is gonna slay me. Wow. Guys. Amazing. So, these fries are good. They're not fantastic. I've had better seasoned fries, but they're fully cooked at least. They do have flavor. They have the perfect amount of salt. The seasoning could be a tiny bit stronger. It's not as strong as other seasoned fries, but it's still great and it still has so much more flavor than the wavy cut fries. Like, so much more flavor. It's night and day. Truly. Mmm. And with the ranch, the creaminess, perfect combination. So these are good fries. Also, they could be much crispier and they're not cold yet. I'm gonna give the seasoned fries, I think, a nice 7 out of 10. While we're at it, let's try the buffalo chicken wings. Oh my God, yes. I love buffalo chicken wings. You guys know this about me. And people always drag me because I like boneless wings. First of all, this was the only option they had. They did not have bone-in wings. Second of all, I have been getting into bone-in wings. They do have to be large and they do have to have a lot of meat on them, but I've been loving them recently. Like, we'll just buy like a bunch of wings and just feast on them, like bone-in wings. I'll be like, I don't eat the cartilage and all that stuff like some people do. Like, they'll like suck the bone dry. I can't do that. I always take off like fat pieces, all that stuff, but I really am getting into them. Anyways, let's try this boneless buffalo wing from Denny's. Mmm. So these are good. They are pretty large. That's good. They're like very thick. Mm-hmm. That's good. But they are a bit too salty. Let me try it with the ranch. Oh my god. That ranch really helps with the saltiness. Oh my god. So, yes. The chicken is your typical, hey boo-boo. The chicken is your typical, like, chicken nugget, chicken strip, hybrid type of quality, which is fine with me. The breading tastes fine, but the sauce is just too salty. Otherwise, it tastes great. It's tangy. It could be spicier, but it's just too salty. The ranch does kind of extinguish some of that salt, which is very nice. That's a really overcooked piece. That's rubbery. Very overcooked. Look at that. Oh. That's too overcooked. 1 second. Oh. That was not it. Okay. So, yeah, overall, they're good, but too salty, overcooked. I am gonna give Denny's buffalo chicken wings, I think, a 5.5 out of 10. That's not bad. I always think as a 5 is like, okay, you get me? So 5.5. Next up, let's try a dessert. Let's do the cheesecake. So the New York style cheesecake was $4.89, okay? That is a pretty cheap sit-down restaurant dessert. Let me get a bite. Oh my god, guys. That looks so good. Look at the texture inside. Do you see it? I have a strawberry too. Let's try it. I just love cheesecake. Let me try this big crusty area. Look at that. It's actually a good cheesecake. It's not bad at all. And for the price, it's really good. Strawberries taste very fresh. Very juicy and sweet and delicious. So the cheesecake, surprisingly, does not have a processed flavor. I expected trashier, but it really does just taste like a normal cheesecake. The texture is actually perfect. It's creamy, but it's still firm. It's not mushy. I'm impressed. Honestly, I really thought it would be trashy. Wow. Of course, it's not the best cheesecake ever, but for Denny's, I think it's good. So, oh, and the crust, very cookie-ish, but also kind of soft. This is really good, guys. I'm kind of shocked. So, I'm gonna give Denny's New York style cheesecake, I think, a nice 8 out of 10. That is a good cheesecake. I'm shocked. I'm taking tiny bites because I have a lot more to eat, but it's so good. Wow. Oh. Very nice. Worth the $4.89 for sure. Next up, let's try the chips and queso. So it's still nice and warm. Let's get that nice dipping shot. Ooh. It does have like a skin on it, but that's totally normal for cheese sauces. That's fine. Let's try it. Ooh. Okay. So the texture might be an issue. It's a teeny tiny bit gelatinous, just a tiny bit jiggly. Just a little bit, but the flavor is great. It does kind of have that classic tangy queso flavor, kind of like the store-bought jars of queso, but just like a little bit better. But the texture really does bother me. It's just, you see what I mean? It's just a little gelatinous, just a little bit. Ooh, ooh! That fell onto the chicken tenders. That's fine, it'll taste good. But I will say that the chips seem to be freshly fried. They're like kind of greasy, but like in a fresh way. See that? And they're very, very crispy and they're quite delicious. I really like Denny's chips. So overall, I'm gonna give the chips and queso, I think, a nice 7 out of 10. Next up, let's try the panuki. It's calling my name. It looks so interesting. So this is it. I think it's just like a very thick cookie. Let me see if I can take it out of its little container. Can I? Oh my God, I can. Whoa, that is a thick cookie. So it's a panuki, I guess, a pan cookie, panuki. Right, wow. That looks decadent. So let's drip the caramel on. Oh my God. Oh, hello. And then let's get our ice cream from the freezer and try that as well. See, it's still kind of frozen. See that? Mmm. So the signature panuki was $5.19. Once again, not a bad dessert price. I wanna first try the panuki and the caramel by itself, and then I'll try it with, ooh, the ice cream. Look at this texture, guys. Let me show you. Oh my God, this is so drippy. Look at this texture. Oh my God, I'm ready. Let's try it. So drippy, stop it. Hold on. Let me try it with the ice cream. It's very dry. Okay. I'm soaking it in. It's very interesting. Okay. So flavor-wise, it's a delicious chocolate chip cookie. Great flavor. Rich. The caramel adds so much. Ice cream tastes great, but the texture is weird. It's very crumbly. Like, I don't know. I expect a thick cookie to be kind of like doughy and like fudgy, and you know, this is super crumbly, super dry. It almost feels like they pressed cookie dough flavored sand together and made this like shape, and now it's just like falling apart with like every bite. See that? Like, look at all the crumbles. Now, it's definitely still delicious. I just think that the texture could be so much better. It really is just like sandy, very sandy. Oh, this is good ice cream, guys. It tastes kind of like whipped cream meets ice cream. Very fluffy. Oh, my voice. I can't stop. So, I'm gonna have to give the signature panuki a 5 out of 10. Great flavor, horrible texture, and that is a big issue for me. So, next up, let's do the apple crisp because it goes with ice cream as well. And I have this ice cream right here, so this is what it looks like up close. Let's check out that texture. Ooh, very saucy. Could have more crumbles in it, I feel. The caramel apple pie crisp was $4.59. I'm gonna first try it without the ice cream and then with. Very cinnamony. We love that. There's a big pow of cinnamon. It is not lacking flavor. The crumble is pretty delicious. I can taste like oats maybe. It's kind of doughy. Some crispy parts. I just wish there was more of it. There doesn't seem to be a lot. It's mostly apples with like some like watery sauce. Let's try it with the ice cream. That was a very extra crispy apple. Too crispy. Once again, I love this ice cream. So this has, once again, great flavor. Honestly, great texture too. The apple pie crumble stuff is delicious. I just really want more of that and less of the apples. You know, when it comes to me and like apple pie dessert type things, I like a 50-50 ratio of crust and apples. And this is more like 25% crust, 75% apples. You know, so it's just not the ratio that I want, but it has a great classic apple pie flavor. The sauce could be thicker. but that's not a big deal. It still tastes great. Great cinnamon spice. It goes great with ice cream. It's great. Overall, it's great. I'm gonna give the apple pie crisp an 8 out of 10. Very, very nice. Let me put the ice cream back in the fridge because I cannot finish that right now. I mean the freezer. Next up, let's try the onion rings, okay? Now, like I said, I think these are very overpriced. Let me tell you the price right now. $8.09. $8.09, guys. I did get them with ranch. I feel like this amount should be $4, maybe even less. But they look great, so let's hope they're good, okay? Let's try it. That's the inside. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's try it with the ranch. Denny's ranch is perfection. They're good. They're just so mediocre. Like, very. Like, they're almost super crispy, but they're not. So it's like, it's almost great, but it's not, you know what I mean? And then the flavor is almost fantastic, but it's not either. It's just kind of mediocre. Overall, it's just a basic onion ring, right? And the size is just not it. I do love them with the ranch. I think that they go so well with the ranch. It like really elevates them out of mediocre town, you know, and takes them to flavor town. There's not much more to say. They're just good. They're good. And that, I am using that as an insult. They should be better. I will say this every time I have onion rings on this channel. The best onion rings are Dairy Queens. The best. They have that perfect everything, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna give these onion rings, I think, a 6 out of 10. Next up, let's try the house salad. So this is one of my go-to salads. Oh, hello. I do have it quite often. Ooh, oh. And I cannot wait to have it again right now. So it has cheese, tomato, cucumber, lettuce, and tons of croutons. And amazing ranch. And guys, remember the takeout salad rule. You have to shake it in the container to get everything perfectly coated. It's a fact. Okay, let's see this gorgeous queen. Oh, hello, stunning. Look at that, perfectly coated. Every leaf of lettuce, every cherry tomato, every crispy crouton. Cucumber. No, that is. That cucumber was not that good. But this salad is it. I'm sorry I'm so quiet. I'm focused. See on my fork. Let me pause to talk, I'm sorry. There's something so special about Denny's house salad. The cheese is very salty. The croutons are also very salty in a good way. And they're so crispy and they always put a lot of them, which, hello, that's the main part of the salad to me. Lettuce too. The iceberg is always very crispy, and the ranch. The ranch is what makes this house salad more special than other restaurants. It's so beautiful. So creamy, freshly made. It's it. I'm having a moment. And everything just works together to give you the most delicious, crunchy, fresh experience. So, but I will say this needs a lot of ranch. Like, get extra ranch if you get this. It's worth it. So, I'm gonna give Denny's house salad a 10 out of 10. Perfection. Next up, let's try the premium chicken tenders. So the tenders were $9.89. I think that's overpriced for 5 tenders. I think they should be at most $7 at most. But that's just me. Let's break one open, see what it looks like. Ooh, that looks very real. Looks like white meat. Oh my gosh, that looks really nice. Let's try it. That's not Tyson. It looks like Tyson, but it's not Tyson. Mmm. Mmm. I like that. Let me try it with the ranch. Mmm. Ooh, look at that. You know, they're crunchy. The breading is thick, but not too thick. It's perfectly thick. They are a bit greasy, but that's not a huge deal to me. The flavor tastes like a classic chicken tender, but not too salty. Some chicken tenders can be too salty, and then I just don't want to eat them all. But these aren't. They go very well with the ranch. Once again, I'm not amazed, but I think it tastes really, really nice. They're good, strong tenders. So I'm gonna give these chicken tenders, I think, a nice 8.5 out of 10. Very good. So we have 2 items left, guys. Mozzarella sticks and the nachos. Let's do the mozzarella sticks. So the mozzarella cheese sticks were $8.09. You do get 8 mozzarella sticks, so I feel like that is pretty much worth it. It's like $1 per stick. Makes sense to me. They look nice and crispy. Let's break it open. Ooh, yes. Ooh, yes. And guys, yes, I like my mozzarella sticks lukewarm and not melty. Because I say, every time I have them, when they're super hot, it makes me choke. They go down my throat, I'm like, and we don't want that. We don't want that. So let's first try them by themselves and then with the marinara sauce. No, this is nasty marinara. Oh, that tastes like Chef Boyardee sauce. Ooh, that was strong. These mozzarella sticks are the epitome of a basic person. I just dragged them so hard. The inside tastes like string cheese, which is not a compliment. Mozzarella sticks should have a more fancy, salty flavor than a string cheese, you know? And the breading kind of tastes like a frozen mozzarella stick, like from the frozen aisle. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm talking Elsa aisle, you know, Let It Go at the store. Just so basic. They're not gross. I'm not disgusted. Well, that marinara sauce is nasty. Like I said, it tastes like Chef Boyardee. And I don't even mind Chef Boyardee, but I don't want my marinara sauce tasting like it, you know? So yeah, these just aren't it. They're not it. I'm gonna have to give these mozzarella sticks, I think, a 3.5 out of 10. Very sad. Last but not least, we have the nachos. The grand finale, mamacita. So they're in a box, which is a very interesting choice. If it was me, I would have put the chips and queso in the box because that's just like less drippy, and put in the nachos into that plastic thing. But anyways, let's put the toppings on. Oh my God, it's coming out. Hello. So yes, I see queso. I see the ground meat mixture. I think it's some sort of chili. I see shredded cheese, pico de gallo. Okay. And then I have some sour cream here. Okay. Here are the zesty nachos. Okay. So I used to love these nachos as a teenager. I would go to Denny's and I would get the whole nachos for myself, like the large size. And the waitress would always say, "Are you sure you don't want the half?" And I'd be like, "I want the full, thank you." I felt like Elle Woods when she was talked down to about her pink dress. I don't think that they meant it in like a bad way. I think they just meant it like It's literally so huge, like you're gonna be shooketh. But I had it like 10 times at that point. I was not shooketh by the size. I was just like, I can eat this all, trust me. So I'm just gonna get a chip, which are still crunchy. And I'm gonna put every single thing on it. All the cheeses, all the quesos, all the pico de gallos. Let's try it. I haven't had this in a while, guys. Still tastes the same. I don't know if I love it as much as I used to. I used to like really be slayed by it, but I think that my palate has grown. They're not bad. They're not bad, but I'm not loving them. I'll do one more bite and then I'm gonna stop because I'm so full. They're kind of like a mix of gas station nachos and restaurant nachos. They're somewhere in between. The meat sauce chili stuff has a lot of flavor. It does. It's a bit spicy and I like that a lot. There's a lot of like chili powder, cumin in there, but the texture is kind of throwing me off. I don't know what it is now. It's like, it's a bit too meat pasty, if that makes sense. A bit too mushy, you know? Not the chips themselves, the meat sauce. Now, the sour cream tastes great. Queso tastes great. That adds a lot. I'm just not loving the texture, and it's just a lot of the meat sauce. Like, it's mainly meat sauce on there. I think it would be a bit better if they added some other things. Maybe some like guacamole, maybe some beans. That could be good. I think it's too much of one ingredient, if that makes sense. Just too much meat on top of these nachos. But once again, the chips taste crispy and delicious. Oh wait, the price. I didn't talk about the price. 1 second. These zesty nachos were $11.09. That's not bad because this is a huge portion and it's very shareable. But yeah, I would just kind of like revamp this, add less meat, more beans, and different ingredients, some like fresh jalapenos maybe, you know? So I'm gonna give the zesty nachos a 5 out of 10. They have kind of fallen from grace in my eyes. I used to adore them. Now, just not so much. So overall, Denny's was pretty good. Everything was decent at least, right? This was a very fun taste test. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below, have you tried any of these Denny's appetizers? And if you have, which is your favorite? And if you haven't been to Denny's before, which appetizer looked the best to you? Thank you so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. I'm so grateful. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I love you so much. Ooh.